86 degrees, and the electricity went off. Meow. Well. I was sitting in the chair with my the next Malcolm book that I'm writing, and making an emblem for my Star Trek costume that I made. You know, the badge, the communication badge, you know. But I don't know if I fell asleep here, or I was like tired and went into the other room. But I put the timer on, and I'm awake now. It's time to go get Spencer. There's no electricity, which means if I want to leave, I have to go through the house, or go out and climb over the fence, or figure out how to open the garage door manually, because that's my only way in and out is the garage door. That's my entrance. Gosh, good thing I'm not too feeble. I guess I better put my teeth in. We're going out in public. You're supposed to be eating supper now, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. The little guy, he had his supper. He's just playing. Today was fairly uneventful. I was working, doing some sewing and some crafty stuff here, separating beads and finishing a necklace and all that. And I started getting kind of tired. So I went in there to lie down. And it was about 1:30, I guess. And Brian was going to get Spencer and said we might do this or that, and if I wanted to go with him. I said, yeah, sure. So I set my phone alarm, and I had to lie down for about 20-25 minutes. The alarm went off, and I got up, and I was making myself ready to go. And I noticed I was going to watch something on TV at the time, but the electricity was off. Brian tapped on the door and he said, I wasn't sure if you were sleeping. And I said, I did take a nap, but I'm up. And he said, well, you might as well come along to get Spence. The electricity's been off since 1:30. So like right after I got up and gone to take a nap, the electricity went off. It was off for a good 2.5 hours today. But a lot of traffic. So Brian, the baby, and I went to pick up Spencer. We picked him up at school. And by the little curb at school, there was a diaper. And Spencer, he walked over. I was wondering what he was doing. He walked over close to the teacher, looked down, looked up, came back to get in the car. And he said, somebody left a diaper in this street. And I said, oh? And the teacher said, oh, there's a diaper in the street. I said, yeah, he's very observant. You know, I'm sure he knew that. It was a good 7-word sentence. So the doctor asked Ashley yesterday how many word sentences he can do. He knows a lot. He's not a typical 3-year-old. He converses very well. And he says, I said, well, how do you suppose that diaper got there? And he said, oh, someone put it there. I said, maybe a squirrel was wearing it, and he got startled, and he ran so fast that he ran out of the diaper. And he looked at me like, oh, come on. So we got home. He kept bargaining with Dad. He likes to bargain. When he wants something, he bargains with you. Let's go to the park. let's go to the park. And Daddy said, no, we gotta go home first. He goes, can we go to the park first and then go home? Then Brian said, well, I gotta go to the bathroom real bad. And Spencer says, well, can't you go at the park? I tell you, that kid, when he wants something, he really pesters you to death. Like, he wants to play a card game on my phone. So we get home, and he's fussing, he didn't want to be there, and Brian said something about, well, you can't go anywhere else unless you go to the bathroom, right? So he says, I have to go. So we went in the house, and he looks up at me and he says, while we're waiting, I don't suppose I can play the card game? Card game? Card game, Grandma? Can I play the card game on your phone? Huh? Huh? Oh my God. Later he ended up playing, for about 20-25 minutes, the card game on my phone. And then he didn't want to eat his supper. And I tried bargaining tactics with him. And I said, well, you know, if you don't eat it, I will. And I sat down next to him and I reach over and he's watching something, Bluey, or I don't know what else he was watching on television. Mickey Mouse, Bluey, something. And I'd put the spoonful of food and I'd go right past his vision, you know. And then I'd hit his lip with the spoon and I'd say, open, baby, little baby, open up. And he goes, and I said, do I have to treat you like a little baby and feed you? Yes. So I fed him the rest. He'd eaten most of everything, but I fed him the rest so that he'd eat the whole thing. And the little guy, he pooped up a storm today too. And he was playing. They have this little dragon that has balls, and it's like a little coliseum, and there's balls fit in there, and you turn a switch on and it bounces and it plays music, and the balls go down a chute and comes out the dragon's mouth. It's Fisher-Price, I believe. He loves that toy. He knows how to start it. I'm talking about Sebastian. He knows how to start it, and he knows how to pick up a ball like this with his little baby hands. Oh dear. I'm sorry for this flashy stuff. That's the ceiling fan going around and the lights. And Ashley got home, and Spencer went over to see what he could have for dessert or something. I don't know. He's bugging her. He got an invitation to a little kid's birthday party. Not this Sunday, but next Sunday. I think. Brian said, oh, good. It's a Sunday. I'll be able to go. I've always wanted to go. And I said, cool. This coming Saturday, Ukaipa has some kind of music and a creative festival thing. It's free from 1 to 6 on Saturday. They've got music and kids crafts and old car show. And I mentioned it to Ashley, and I said, if you want to go to that, it's free. Spencer might like it. And I said, and if you don't want to go, I could take him just for like an hour. So I don't know. Don't know about that. And then this coming Sunday is a Renaissance fair in Idlewild. That's the town way up at the top of a mountain around here. Takes like an hour drive to get up there. I don't know if I'm invited or not. It's $20 a pop. I'll pay the money, you know. I don't know. And then I had to write stuff down, you know. And then Saturday the 5th is Oktoberfest in Redlands. That's $10 to go to. $8 for a beer if you want to buy a beer ticket. I don't know if I want to go to that. I don't know. But there's some stuff coming up. And I have plans for another vlog. It's going to be some serious matter, because a lot of things been going on around here, and it's a serious matter. Oh, itchy, itchy. So, tomorrow's Whoop Whoop Wednesday. I will have a joke for you. Yeah. So until then, upward and onward.